southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware. Beware! That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for October 9th, 2020. Good morning. I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, and I'm glad you're here. I really am, and hope your morning's going well so far, and you're looking forward to a great weekend. And anyway, whether you're live or watching us on the repeats, we appreciate your being here. Hope you can join us live sometime so you can interact with us, the audience and myself here. And thank you if you're watching on Facebook, on the Indie Event Network or the Rising Tide Publications page. Please give that page a like, all right? Because we're fighting the evil algorithms, and that helps us quite a bit. You're watching us on YouTube. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Too, if you can. Also, please subscribe to the channel because it helps us a lot. And be sure to turn on the notifications, ring that little bell so that you can be notified of our next appearance. This show is brought to you by Plasmafire Graphics, plasmafiregraphics.com, when the look of your book matters to you. Also, Rising Tide Publications powers this show, as does Geek Insider. We hope you're having a great morning. And let's see, what's going on? This morning's been kind of mellow, kind of getting a late start on the day. So, but anyway, we have covfefe, so we're good. Oh, I'm even better now. Oh, just out of the pot, I feel it burning all the way down. Anyway, let's get to your comments, because that's the important part of this show, not me. I'm just the facilitator. Hello, Trevor Hawkins. Good to see you. Great artist, great friend. Hope you're having a great morning, and hope you are too. Magi J Caretaker, I'm doing great. How about yourself? Stay out of trouble, young man. Don't injure yourself. And good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians, from Brian Rodman, brianrodman.com. Let's bask in the glow of Friday and the wonderful weekend shenanigans that await us. Yes, and we do have shenanigans aplenty. Saturday and Sunday are usually a couple days off for me as far as broadcasting goes, but not this weekend. No. You're going to get sick of me, even sicker than before. Saturday morning, I will be joining Kathy Jackson, author Kathy Jackson, for her amazing launch party. It's going to start at 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and it's me and a whole bunch of authors. They're going to take little segments of her time to talk about ourselves, talk about writing, and talking about about you. We're going to have a special Nevermind the Furthermore that morning, and my segment will come up at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. I hope you'll join us as we celebrate Kathy's new book being put out, Written on His Heart, from Seventh Star Press. I'm really happy. I'm really proud of her. She's a fantastic writer and a dear, dear friend. So please support her. And if you get a chance, check out Amazon right now. I think you can get it on pre-order for Kindle. So, or any other reading device you have. That's the beauty of buying books off of Amazon in the digital form. And if you've got a laptop, if you've got a desk unit, if you've got a phone, if you've got a Kindle or a Nook, you can download that book into that device and read it from where you sit, probably from where you're watching the show. So anyway, please join us Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central for our segment on Kathy Jackson's launch party for Written on His Heart. And then this was booked yesterday, 9 a.m. I have the honor of appearing with Randy Zimmerman on his show. And let me give you a taste of what it's about. Let me scroll down to where that video is. There it is. The Sunday Funnies. Please join Randy Zimmerman, myself, and a panel of other guests as we discuss old comic books and fun comic books. Here's the promo.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
That's on the Indie Volt channel, indievolt.com, also Indie Volt on YouTube. And we're going to have a good time. Randy and I have been meaning to broadcast together, and this will be one of our dreams come true. Randy is probably holding his head right now thinking, what was going through my mind when I said yes to Brian? Anyway, let's get back to your comments. Carl Witzman says from YouTube, this ad rocks, doesn't it, though? And we want to thank Plasma Fire Graphics for providing that. And they are the sponsor of today's show, and we're very proud to have them here. They do good work, don't they? And we want to say hello to Candy Bradford. Mwah, good morning. Glad you're here. Hope your morning's going well. And Travis Gibb, always a pleasure, sir. Please promote your stuff. All right. And Rochelle Lester, mwah, glad to see you here as always. Hope your morning and your weekend will go well. And Teresa Dunn from YouTube says, good morning, Brian. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right. It is. It's good enough for Mr. Rogers. It's good enough for me. Looks like a warm one this weekend. Yesterday was beautiful. My dear friend David Laker came over, and we had a wonderful day together, just hanging out. All things considered, with the My Sharona, Miley Cyrus, Peter pandemic going on, but we had a great time yesterday. He and Cookie and I went out, and it was just a good morning for everyone. So hopefully you have a great morning and a great weekend too. Let's get more to your comments. Ooh, nice promo. It is, Trevor. I think that thing is sweet as honey. Is that not? And Brian Rodman agrees, says, oh, wow, that Bachelor's Grove promo is fantastic. Isn't that gorgeous? It really is. Man, I am so blessed to have the friends I do, and want to thank Jeffrey Hayes for all that he does for this show. Jeffrey Hayes is Plasma Fire Graphics, so please check out his work. He's got some great stuff coming out from Prose Press. That's PRO space SE, like prose. Tommy Hancock's brought him on to illustrate a series of books, and we will be working with him at Rising Tide Publications, I'm proud to say. And from Facebook, Carl Witzman says, isn't that good? That is. I mean, I am, the two videos you've seen for Skyman and Bachelor's Grove, I did, which you could probably tell from the classic ineptitude, but at least I got one put out. That's I think that should count for at least a little something. So going on, but anyway, I want to talk about Carl Witzman for a moment here, because tonight he's going to have the green room, the special green room on Uncle Carl's secret humor page, which isn't a secret very much because I keep blabbing about it. And if you have a great sense of humor, a strong sense of humor, aren't afraid of a bit of irreverency, and really to offend, you should be on that page. So please contact Donna Carlene on Facebook or Carl Witzman on Facebook. He ought to have a say in it, I think, or myself, and we can let you in. And then you'll get the link to the Facebook room tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. And Christian Basil, love you, man. Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Arise, Friday Morris Monster. Arise and fly past the Monday monstrosities, past the Wednesday Valley of the Humps, into the land of the weekend, the place of large consumptions of alcohol fruitiness and land of foul maker of smells. Bring us to the promised land and drop us there like a cheap prom date on prom night. Yeah, that's it. Oh man, we love you, Christian Basil, and we're gonna drop your thing here just so we can run this because you've been a good boy. If you like Christian Basil's sense of humor, and who doesn't, if you don't, there's something wrong with you. You shouldn't be in Uncle Carl's green room tonight. But anyway, this man has a fantastic show on the interwebs, and if you love Doctor Who, you're gonna love this.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Isn't that awesome? Anyway, Christian Basil's Legend of the Traveling TARDIS started out humbly, but now his Facebook page has over 38,000 likes on it. 38,000. How awesome is that? Plus, he is rapidly approaching 40. I'd love it if everyone on here who hasn't already, please give his Legend of the Traveling TARDIS page on Facebook a like. We want to get him. He thinks he might get 40,000 like later on. I think he'll get it around Thanksgiving, but Meredith Logren and a couple other really smarter people than me, which is a ever widening field, they're predicting he'll hit it before the end of the month. And I'd love to see that. A good Halloween gift would be to give Christian Basil 40,000 likes on his Facebook. Also check him out on the web, legendofthetravelingtardis.com. It's a fantastic talk show. And check out last Tuesday's show, because he had an all-star panel and me, and we talked about, does the Doctor believe in ghosts? First he says he does, then later on he says he doesn't. Was he lying? Remember, rule number 1 is the Doctor lies. Well, we weren't lying when we talked all about the paranormal and the Doctor. It was a fun show, so please check it out. You'll enjoy it. And Robert Beatty, good to see you, brother. That's creepy good, he says. Isn't that, though? And Carl Witzman asks, where is Carly? And he should be nervous, because when she is undetectable, it means she's on the prowl. And speaking on the prowl, Steve Ellsmo Frere, good to see you this morning. Hope you're having a great morning, my friend. And Magi J Caretaker, I'm doing good, my friend. Just a little sore from falling yesterday. Yes, someone was running around with a bow and arrow, and was a little awkward yesterday. So please be cautious, my friend. We need you. And Carlene says Carly was here before any of y'all. So there. And Jeffrey Hayes, our sponsor here, says good morning, all. Happy Friday. And check out plasmafiregraphics.com. Also check out the Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook. You will be gratified. You will. And Carlene says, hey, everyone. And authors, if you want, get back to Jeffrey Hayes for a moment. Carly, love you. Mwah, glad you're here, and looking forward to seeing you tonight in the green room. But Jeffrey Hayes, if you want Jeffrey to apply his creativity and make your book trailer as awesome as my two, you need to talk to Jeffrey. He is a good guy. He is fantastic, and can't say enough good about him, really. And just like I can't say enough good about Jessica Johnson. Mwah, she's more than good enough. She is superior. She is awesome. Love you, hon. Hope you and your family are looking forward to a great weekend. And Cousin mein Liebling. Oh, I hope I didn't invoke Krampus or something when I said that. Magi Jake Caretaker says, Facebook, Gospel Magician Magi Jake. Check out that page. He's got videos on there of what he does. It's illusion with a gospel flair, and you got to check it out. He's a great talent. He really is. You'll love it. Also, Jessica Johnson has a link to the Facebook page, Heroes for Kids Perryville, Missouri. And if you are anywhere near Southeast Missouri area, check out that Facebook page. And if you know anyone who runs a convention or you run one yourself, please check into these guys. They not only will bring people to your show, they will show off their amazing cosplay abilities. Be careful of Batman, though. He's evil. And then they also have a set of pop culture collectibles that they sell to the public that are unique, one of a kind, and they're one of the few places around that actually have a complete set of Spencer Spook, the Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook comic I wrote 2 years ago, illustrated by the great Eric Hawkins of the Zombieful World of Oz. So you gotta check that out. You can get all the covers for it right now. So please check out Heroes for Kids Perrysville Mo. And if you love what they're doing, and how could you not, please check out the Heroes for Kids Comic Con happening in July of 2021, because 2020. And anyway, it's going to be a great affair. There's going to be guests. There's going to be incredible vendors. I will be there. Author Amy Hale will be there. All kinds of cool people. And part of the proceeds from the convention will go to benefit the Missouri's National Veterans Memorial and the St. Jude Hospital Network. So please check that out. And here they go. Kussin mein Bonbon. I'm hoping you guys are flirting on the air. I like this, I think. Of course, I took high school French, and the minute I crossed the threshold and didn't have to use it anymore, I didn't. And now I am functionally illiterate and unable to communicate in French. Not that I was ever that good at it, but it left me with a deeper appreciation of the roots of the English language and others. So I know enough sometimes. I can usually interpret about 25% of what I read. I just can't speak it anymore. So, and Brian Rodman says, well, I started Doctor Who, and I'm currently plowing through, drank, the first season of the 2005 episode series. It is wonderful. I cried already at the Charles Dickens episode. Can't wait to continue today after Nevermind the Furthermore. Brian Rodman, congratulations. You are a newly minted Whovian. Wear that title with pride, young man. I have to admit, I've been a fan of Doctor Who since 1980, when my local PBS station ran Robot with the very first Tom Baker episode. I'd actually seen the two Peter Cushing movies, and I saw like a couple episodes of John Pertwee a couple of years before, when I lived out east for a while. And I was totally bewildered by it. But I read up on the articles, and Pinnacle Books at the time had released 10 of the Doctor Who novelizations of the shows. And released them over here. Although they released a Pertwee and edited it to make it read like it was a Tom Baker adventure, and I didn't know any different. But no, it's a great show. And the one thing about Doctor Who is, like, you don't like this week's episode, then tune in next week. It's going to be a completely different milieu, different plot line. One episode might be big on comedy. The next one might make you weep openly. Yeah, the Charles Dickens episode is fantastic for tearing up. Wait until you get to the Vincent van Gogh one. There is a scene with, and you can see the clip online on YouTube, where Vincent van Gogh is, he's a man he was a very troubled artist, and the doctor and his companion, Amy Pond, brought him to the current day and showed a museum where there was an exhibition of his work. And while he is gobsmacked about this, Bill Nighy, who you may know from Shaun of the Dead and Pirates of the Caribbean, other great films, fantastic actor, he is a curator of the museum, and he gives an impassioned speech about why Vincent van Gogh was not only a great artist, but perhaps the greatest artist of all time. And he delivers this passion, not knowing that the man himself is standing behind him, crying. So even now I'm thinking about it, it's just such power in that one scene. There's a lot of great acting you'll find on there, and you'll see some guest stars that actually went on to other things. Carrie Lowell is in an episode. You'll see Simon Pegg episode if you haven't seen it already. just all kinds of really cool people. One guy, and the performances of the doctors are amazing. Wait till you get to Dalek, and you see Christopher Eccleston and in all of his glory, and he's got several moments where he commands the screen. And then it just gets better and better. I promise you, Ryan, you will love. There'll be some episodes you may care for more than others, and some less than others. But all in all, it is a fantastic ride through all of space and time. And PM me if you want to talk about any of that stuff. I'll talk Doctor Who all day long. And love the new ad. Thank you, Carly. I appreciate that. Well, thank Plasma Fire Graphics, our sponsor, because they put it together for me, and I'm so proud of it. And good morning, Nevermorians. It says Nick Tocker, Nicholas Anthony Tocker. Glad to have you. As usual, I am double tapping the broadcast. Oh, yeah. Double up on me, baby. Hit me, baby, one more time. Please do. And tonight, I forgot, tonight is the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, where Nick and his cohorts are going to talk about fence-bladed weapons, and it's always a good time. Please check it out, all right? And Robert Beatty, good to have you here. We're beginning to think you was stuck in the bathroom. All we heard was some paper rattling. Well, there you go. But we were running things we should have done that before the show that we didn't. So anyway, we got to get more coffee. Oh, and we've got to get more coconut milk, sweetened condensed coconut milk. Yeah, that stuff is good. It's in my coffee this morning and cookies, and it not only mellows the brew out, it mellows me out. It's good stuff. So anyway, yeah, and I could be stuck in the bathroom. I could be Amy hailing the morning away. And David Atkins, sorry to everyone. Sorry, busy, but new art coming, new movie filmed last week, and got so much happening. Anyway, what new project have you forgot about and want to get back to? Oh, man, I'd love to hear, do you all have projects that you have allowed to lie and in favor of other projects? I don't know. I have a book series I would love to get to one day. And
yes.
Okay, 3 books then.
Hey.
Well, I've got that paranormal investigator one I started out with.
Well, yeah.
But that's way on the back burner, actually. But I've got to get Aquatic done, right?
Yes.
And I've got to get Volcana 2 done, right?
Yeah.
And I have to get ahead on the Patreon project.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's something we got to incorporate Patreon or patron into the name of the book. Because that's where it started. It'll be the Terror of Patreon. That would be me. That would be me. Yes, folks, I do have a Patreon page, and let's just put that up while we have it. And David, we're glad you came through your surgery okay, brother. I was checking up on you. I was stalking you the way a good friend should. But anyway, let's see. Here we go. Did I leave that up? No, I did not. Let's see. Let's go to let's see. Oh, there we go. It was way at the bottom. Patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. All lowercase, all one word there. Yes, we started a Patreon page, and we're having a soft opening for it. We're still trying to put together the PDFs that we need. Mostly because I found we don't have the interiors done. Ugh. But anyway, please check out Patreon. There are a lot of people that you see here that have Patreon pages. I believe Nick Tockert has one. Bobby Nash, who is here frequently, has one. John B. Pica has one under the Impossibilist name. Plus, there's just a whole bunch of really good Nevermorians who have Patreon pages. And the way it works is for even just $1 a month, you send that every month, so that the people you are supporting, the creators you support, have a little cushion, and we have a really good start to it. I'm really surprised. I'll probably be launching a message later today, and next week, I'm thinking let's put up the first chapter of our audiobook to people at the $5 level or higher. Cookie's thinking.
What format?
MP3.
Shouldn't be a problem.
If you can't do it, I can. It's the one thing I know how to do. The one thing you'll let me do. She tries to keep me dumb and stupid and beautiful. I'm her bimbo. Anyway, am I not?
Bimbo you are, babe.
Oh, yeah, you know, darling. Anyway, please check us out on Patreon. We are also producing we start our blog again. Every blog should have a name, and that's the name of it. If you like Clever Title Pending, by God, you'll love this one. And about every other one are for the general public, so you don't need to be a Patreon supporter to read it, but the really juicy stuff is going to be for the Patreon supporters, which will be we have a $1, $5, and $10 level. That's the highest we are going. We may put in, on April 1st, we may put in a $1,000 a month thing. Just on April 1st.
Go for 100.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a small joke.
Okay, yeah, it's a little joke. We're warming up for next year. Next year will be 200. We'll ease up into it, right?
Uh-huh.
1 year we'll have a $1 million one. You'll have to be a subscriber for 1 month. Well, boy, howdy, I'll come to your house and read my books to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work out. But anyway, please check us out on Patreon. We would appreciate it. We have some supporters already, and we are grateful for you all. And please check it out. There are some great people doing some great stuff, and you get special rewards for being on Patreon. So, and we hope to make it worth your while. Jessica Johnson says, Heroes for Kids Comic Con 2021. That's July 17th, with proceeds benefiting the Missouri National Veterans Memorial Wall and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We do have spaces available. So if you spend an extra $20 for your table, they'll make sure you're nowhere near me. And that's rapidly filling up. So anyway, please check it out. It's going to be a fun time, great causes, and you'll be proud to be there. I know I will be. And yesterday, when the injuries were pink in the pictures, I woke up to them being bright red. Well, Magi Jake, that's what happens when you're careless, sir. You need to be careful. And there's my superstar, Michaela Jade. Well, hello, everyone. Mwah, from YouTube. Glad to see you, Michaela. And if you want to find out more about Michaela Jade and her amazing creativity, please check out Clever Title Pending last Tuesday night. We had a fantastic discussion, great interaction with the audience, and I think it's worth listening to. In fact, the audio for it right now is up on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Google Play, and all kinds of great places. We are everywhere with that show. Not making any money for Geek Insider, but what the heck, we're working up towards it. But anyway, please check it out, all right? And Joe D. McPhee has mentioned me in a comment. Well, Joe, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hope it's not an evil one. We'll get to your arrival soon. And good morning, David from Teresa Dunn. Nick Tockert. By the way, looking dashing, O Fearless Leader. This is going to be a great weekend. It will, Nick. We are going to make it that way. I've got a couple hours of broadcasting this weekend I'm doing for other people, which I'm excited about. Namely, Kathy Jackson's launch party for her new book, Written on His Heart. The party is going to go on tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. in the morning. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and I will be on it at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, with a half hour, a special Nevermind the Furthermore, starring you and starring, we'll talk about Kathy Jackson, our relationship. We have a fine relationship. She's a dear friend. And then Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Time, I will be on Indie Volt Radio, talking comics, Sunday morning, comics with Randy Zimmerman, great artist, writer, letterer, does it all. And he draws Spank the Monkey. You will love Spank the Monkey. Just in case. A lot going on. And also check out the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. Same time as Uncle Carl's Green Room for Uncle Carl Witzman. It's a packed weekend. How can anyone say they're bored? Good Lord, we got just you guys have got so much going on. How can anyone say they're bored when you are producing such amazing content? And David Atkins, what do you do when you find a story you started years ago and suddenly find the first pages and can't remember what the story plot was? Do you start it over, not knowing why you wrote what you wrote? I have done that. I just kind of pick it up from where it left off. I figure I put in the work, right? And if I have to, I'll rewrite it. But I'm going to have to do. I'm a better writer than I was 2 years ago. So Volcana 2 is going to get not a page 1 rewrite, but more like a page 3 rewrite. Because my opening sequence is I'm in love with it, so we're keeping it. And I'm the publisher, so I get to say, David, I say start the story over and see where it goes. Michaela, that works for me too. And Morning Teresa says David Adkins. Michaela Jade says, I have an online conference to attend later today. I can't wait to learn some more stuff about the book world. Well, Michaela, I'll be probably hope to pick your brain on that one, because I love learning more about this amazing profession of ours. And please, everyone, right now, and this is something that was brought back to mind with the passing of the amazing Eddie Van Halen, which I read this morning. I got some good news. If there's any good news to be had in this, Sammy Hagar, who, as you know, was the lead vocalist with Van Halen for 10 years, he and Eddie had a legendary falling out. And Sammy Hagar wrote a letter to Howard Stern that Howard Stern read on the air, I think it was yesterday, saying that before he passed on, Sammy Hagar and Eddie Van Halen made up. They didn't want it to be public because they didn't want to spark rumors of a reunion tour, which was going around at last year. Van Halen's management was trying to put together at least a short tour, a super tour with, and I think Megadeth would have been on the bill, or Metallica. I think it's Metallica actually was on the bill, and someone else, maybe Foo Fighters. Two big bands were going to support them, but it was going to be the original 4 guys: Eddie and Alex Van Halen, David Lee Roth, and Michael Anthony. But the deadline passed for Anthony to sign up because he was busy with his own projects, working with Sammy Hagar mostly. And but anyway, Sammy started texting to Eddie, and it started, I guess, with a birthday greetings from Sammy to Eddie on Eddie's birthday. And Eddie replied saying, hope you are, thank you, and I hope you are well. And I guess the two started texting after that. And I guess they had made peace with each other. But they said they wanted to keep it on the down low because, one, of Eddie's health, didn't want to shine any spotlight on that, but also they didn't want to spark rumors of a possible tour, especially with the Van Halen thing happening last year. And then Sammy said he texted Eddie a few months ago and got no reply, so he started getting worried. So he texted him like a month ago or so, and again, no reply. And he knew something was wrong. So anyway, but he didn't want to make it, public. But I'm glad that sort of resolution occurs. We shouldn't go into the next step of the event of this adventure with anger in our hearts. And it reminds us maybe we need to forgive some people. All right, for being total a-holes. Anyway, because it couldn't be us. Anyway, Carl Witzman says, "Hey, Michaela, nice to see you now. More sinister. How's the editing going?" Carl, you're an evil editor. I need somebody to get on my case about Doc Saga. And he said, put out. David Atkins takes up the narrative. Says, Jade, I think I may try, but currently writing on 3 and 2 films. Need to find a place in the middle of nowhere that I can write and draw without being distracted by idiots and internet trolls. Good luck with that. Let us know how that works. That's why I love Patreon. I'm enjoying Patreon. I'm getting a little bit of back and forth with my Patreon subscribers. And the nice thing is, it's troll free because these are people who are on my side. So, and boy, howdy, am I behind in my comments. So please let me catch up. Christian Basil, let me start early. Hi, Sarah. Hi, author Michaela Jade. Hi, Carl Witzman. Hi, everyone. Hashtag catfisting. Hashtag ooh, that makes my nippies hard. Hashtag bring cookie home. Okay, show's over. Good night, everyone. Wash your damn hands. Never apologize for being awesome. And 15 will give you 20. Thank you for that wisdom, Christian Basil. We're always glad you're here, Christian, and have your wisdom to share with us.
So let's go.
My nippies got hard.
Mine too. Anyway, Michaela Jenkins goes, oh, that's right. I might have to miss the green room. We have relatives in town and we might be out to dinner then. Well, tell them to bring something back for you then. Anyway, because it's the green room. And Carl Witzman replies with the appropriate amount of horror. What? Come on, cue up. There, what, Michaela? And Christian's been to the green room. We need to get Christian in the green room tonight. Christian's a part of the secret humor page, right? We ought to invite you. We ought to make sure Christian gets an invite because it'll be a fight between him and Ted to see who dominates the room. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be fun. It'll be the brawl to end it all. Anyway, Miguel J says, hey, Christian, hops up on Christian's lap and gets cozy. And in about 30 seconds, she'll be sitting up about 4 inches higher than she was before. And Brian Rodman says, well, Christian, that about covers it. Yeah, see you guys. Talk to you next week. Anyway, not yet, Carly. And from YouTube, Teresa Dunn says, David, there is no such things as idiots and trolls, just monkeys. That's true. They are not my monkeys, and they are not my circus. So, yeah, they can take their poop flinging elsewhere, I think. But anyway, let's just stay here and be wonderful amongst ourselves. David, good luck with that, says Michaela Jane. Yeah. And Brian Rodman says, also, hashtag 50 Shades of Christian. Oh my God, get the tissues ready. Anyway, and I don't mean crying. Anyway, BrianRodman.com for great comic books. Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist, Memoirs of an Angel. You will love it. The 6th issue is heading out to our Kickstarter supporters this week. It's amazing. And David Atkins, who else here loves old TV shows and gets excited to see old villains you remember and them doing fairly bad fighting or acting? Watching Spencer for Hire and saw Monk actor Samuel Jackson and more. Yeah. That's the thing I love about watching the old shows is seeing actors who went on. For instance, I've been watching the Batman TV show from the 60s, and Chad Everett was on from Medical Center, the great Medical Center TV series from the 60s and 70s. He played a henchman in several episodes. It's been fun to watch. And I'm currently watching one episode. It has Herb Vigran. Herb Vigran was in every other episode of the George Reeves Superman as a thug, either the head of the crime bosses or he was one of the hired muscle. And he's in this episode, and I'm excited. And Cindy Kep has joined us. Happy Friday. Mwah! Happy Friday to you, Cindy. Hope you are having a great morning. That's true. This is Friday, and we should remember that. And remember, everyone, smile. It's Friday. Ooh, yeah. And let's see what else. Do we all approve of Friday? Batman does. And it's a good idea to be ready for the weekend, right? Well, yeah. See, when I'm on Beam, and of course everyone's looking forward to the weekend, especially this handsome fellow. But we had a discussion about that, Christian and I, about he was asking, do you still have that picture of me? That was when that was the moment when he got the results from his search for hashtag dino porn. And he reacted with the appropriate amount of horror. Thank you, Carl Witzman, for that screen capture. And Christian asked me, he said, do you still have that? And I said, yeah, and I still use it occasionally. Now, do you want me to take it down? And he goes, if you do, I'm reloading it onto your page again. So anyway, because Christian and I share an account with Geek Insider. So happy Friday to you, Cindy. CKOEPP, that's for you, Christian.com, because Christian always gets thrilled at the sight of the PP. Anyway, COEPP.com. Check out Cindy's great work. And sign up for a free monthly newsletter because it's bomb-diggly-licious. And I do, David, just love John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Teresa. I love the old stuff, too. And Douglas Deck says, good morning, Mr. Brian. Heading to Daytona to do some beach riding. Traveling writer on the go. Well, La Vida Loca is what you are living, my friend. Douglas Deck, an amazing writer. Check out the Nightmare Collective with Douglas there. Also, Lou Whitney, Jen Thompson, Rick Bradley, and myself, and other great authors. And Douglas, have a great weekend. Sounds like you're well on your way. I've been to the Daytona beaches. We stayed on the boardwalk. This would have been back around 2000, and my wife and I had a sensational time there. And
2009,
it wasn't that late.
15th anniversary.
Was it really? I thought it was around Y2K, just before I went to cross construction.
I think it was our 15th anniversary.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was great. We saw Disney and everything.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, yeah, we stayed at Daytona Beach, and we stayed at this Holiday Inn that was really nice. Tallest one I ever saw. I about said the biggest one I ever saw, and I knew I'd have to take a drink if I said that. Anyway, and we opened our windows because there was a bar down below, and there was a wonderful calypso band down there playing, and it was just a sensational weekend. So I hope you get a lot of riding done, and if you don't, I hope you enjoy the chill there. It ought to be fun. Christian Basil says, you hope you didn't invoke Krampus? What? It's never too soon for Krampus. Let's keep Krampus in our hearts all year long, okay? And let's stop this war on Krampus. And still Up River Spirit, spooky murder mystery. Well, Douglas Deck, keep up the good work, my man. It will come, and we're looking forward to it. And when you do get that out, we want to help you promote it, all right? And hey, Teresa, says Carl Whitson. Magi J Caretaker says, luckily, my brother wasn't mad at me for breaking his bow. Oh, it wasn't your bow you broke. Oh, he said, as long as I'm okay, he doesn't care about the bow. Well, that's fine. And that's what I was trying to tell you last night. Don't be doing Magi Jake was a little careless and injured himself. Oh, not seriously, but to tell about it, so I guess it wasn't a horrible injury. And Cindy Cap, for more great weekend reading, go to Smashwords and check out Brian K. Morris's work. Thank you, Cindy. You are the best. You are totally awesome. And she also says you can find it on Amazon too. Yes, please check out our work on Amazon. In fact, here's a sample. If you came in late, okay, grab onto something hard. You'll need the support. Here we go.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
And we want plasmafiregraphics.com for that amazing trailer for my book there. Thank you so much. Plasmafiregraphics.com. Also, check out their page on Facebook when the look of your book matters to you. And it does to me. So anyway, let's get back to your comments. Carlene asks, what channel has Spencer for Hire? One of my faves. I loved it. Robert Urich was a fun actor. I always liked his stuff. I became a fan when he was doing SWAT. And just followed him from there. He was even pretty good in that lousy Emerald Lagasse sitcom. So anyway, and Teresa Dunn says, hey, Carl. Anyway, let's see what else have we got here at Amazon and Smashwords. We got Smashwords from Cindy Cap, and David Atkins says Spencer can be seen in every season of Amazon Prime. There's a lot of on IMDb TV as well from that same era. There is good stuff out there, and I just discovered what is it? Pluto TV has a lot of good stuff on there, and what's the other one I got recently? It's the one that's running the Grant Morrison edited Brave New Worlds series. I can't remember the name of it, but I was watching the presidential debates on it the other night. Well, there was 90 minutes I'll ever get back, but I now have a new fondness for a fly. Anyway, Christian Basil, I got author Michaela Jade's book, Warrior Secret. I thought the extra tier gift of pink panties was a bit much, but if it sells a book... Oh, wait, no one else was offered that tier? Be right back. Anyway, yeah. And maybe she licked the spine too. You never know. I'd get the DNA tester out if I were you. Carl Wisman says, I was up way too late last night reading Skyman. 3/4 done now. Oh man, that's exciting. Thank you. Hope it's because you like it. And if you're wondering, this is good segues for some of these ads, and then we'll try to catch up with your comments even more. But anyway, to see why Carl spent a sleepless night last night.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
And thank you again to Plasma Fire Graphics for that amazing book trailer. Oh, man, that is good. And Carl, please let me know, and please leave a review when you're done. You know the drill. And thank you, Carl. That makes me happy. I want an honest review from you. I really do. I hope you enjoy that book. And if you like Skyman, if you want to read something in a similar vein, we are doing our first draft flash novel on Patreon right now. We've just released the second chapter. The third chapter will be coming up soon. So check out patreon.com for $5 a month. Support of our endeavors. You can have the first look at it. It is unedited. It is the first draft. We have just put it out there. Plus, you get to make comments on it. So you get to have a voice in how the book goes. How cool is that? It's like you're part of my beta reading team already, but you get the first look at it. All right. And we'll be doing some more sneak peeks for everyone. Oh, should have known it's a pay for thing. Thanks, David. Yeah. That's why I've been picking up on some of the free TV services. This one has Downtown Abbey, and I have to admit, I'm one of those people. I've never seen an episode of Breaking Bad. I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones or Downtown Abbey, but they have Downtown Abbey, and I'm curious about that one. I might watch that one. So, but just what I need, so one more addiction to keep me from working, right? Magi Jake Caretaker says, oh, one thing no one knows about me is I do balloon art as a hobby. He showed me some of his balloon art. I love it. That's quite a talent. That really is. I can barely tie my shoelaces, and he can tie up balloons to look like small animals. It's better than tying up small animals. Christian Basil, yeah, we're talking about you. But anyway, David Atkins says, yeah, Carly, all the great shows are on a pay per month. IMDb TV has a ton of great shows for free, along with Vudu TV. Just try and find a link to see it online. Yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't know IMDb. I knew about IMDb TV, but I didn't know part of it was free. That would be cool. Well, I know that Pluto TV, if you want to see classic episodes of Doctor Who, it has its own channel. So please, there's free entertainment. And one thing I'm hooked on YouTube is I'm a fan of the old Ultraman series from Japan. And I found out that it's the 38th iteration of Ultraman. They've had movies, like film releases of Ultraman and various TV shows. And I see there's I think an Australian funded Ultraman TV show, plus a couple of American cartoon attempts. And I'm currently watching Ultraman Z. And it's a really exciting show. And the writing on it has been real. The last half dozen episodes have been really superb. A lot more emotional than I'm used to seeing from that type of television. Really good stuff. The acting is top notch. They mix in comedy with some really good special effects. Plus, they have the typical rubber-suited kaiju stuff, which, of course, makes me smile. And Trevor Hawkins says, Skyman is a good read, Carl. And Trevor Hawkins should know he got an advanced look at it. And if you like the cover, Carl, Trevor spearheaded the look of the cover, thanks to him and Randy Bishop, and I helped a little bit. But Trevor made that thing shine. He really did. And Christian Basil, sorry, Brian Rodman, for Brian K. Morris's spoilers. Oops, sorry. Spoilers. And Carlene from YouTube says, LOL. David, I'm like almost half Scots. Really hard for me to loosen those purse strings. Yeah, Cookie's a bit thrifty too, and I keep telling people she could swallow a charcoal briquette, and 3 days she'll pass a diamond. Anyway, David Atkins, my wife uses Amazon too much, and we get our money's worth with Prime. Many others may not, though. Hulu is really cheap a month, and so were a few others, but I like free. That's my second favorite F word. Okay. Fire trucks are awesome. And Teresa Dunn, I agree. Trevor Hawkins, I read it and enjoyed it very much. See, 2 satisfied customers. Thank you. And Nick Tucker says Christopher Eccleston is criminally underappreciated. I agree. He certainly was at the time. And he's starting to loosen up with details about his time as the Doctor. He says he loved portraying the Doctor, and in fact, he's now working with Big Finish Audio Productions to do some new material as the 9th Doctor. And he came up within a hair's breadth of being in the 50th anniversary episode, the night of the Day of the Doctor, which I think would have been exciting. To see him interacting with his 2 counterparts, that would have been so much fun. But such was not to be, and I've really got to admire his moxie for putting up with the backlash from the BBC. Plus, it sounds like his relationship with Russell T Davies is permanently strained. Even before shooting started, it sounded like. But anyway, he loves the fans. And in fact, I've seen he's actually done a couple of short message videos as the Doctor. He did one for an ailing child where he's telling him, I'm the Doctor. I'm sorry I can't see you, but keep fighting for me. You've got to get well. And then he wished these 2 men who were getting married, he wished them a splendid marriage and blessed their marriage. So, Eccleston, yeah, he was underappreciated at the time. I think he had to put up with too much of that. Well, why are you leaving after only 1 year? But people see that he's an amazing actor. He got the role for a reason, and he beat out some stiff competition for it too. And he's kind of like Colin Baker, that people are now recognizing that with Baker, that some of the scripts maybe were not up to his range of talent, but he is the element that helps make them viewable. And I met him one time, and no one can deny his passion for the role. That's for sure. So yeah, I agree with you, Nick. Christopher Eccleston deserves all the kudos he can get. Trevor Hawkins says, "Of course, I have a vested interest. Of course, Trevor does." Trevor's the genius behind my paperbacks, just like Eric Hawkins helps make my comic books look so very, very good. And Christian Basil, can't wait to hear Eccleston in Big Finish. I'm going to go broke. Yeah, that's the one thing. I never got hooked on the Big Finish. And it was almost just will of effort to not do so, because everyone I've heard have been amazing. And if you haven't heard it, I think we've discussed it before, Christian, but the One Doctor is hilarious. It is a riot. I've got a download of that. And Jeffrey Hayes, love and miss all the Doctor Who Christmas episodes. 10th, 11th, and 12th Docs are my fave. Love and couldn't wait for Jodie, but the writing has suffered, so I'm a little disappointed. Jeffrey, have you watched season 12? The last season up, I just got through watching that, and yeah, every season's uneven, just because. But this, I think this was far less uneven than which I get what Chris Chibnall was trying to do, is he wanted a level playing field so that everyone could climb in, and the continuity people, the old fans would be happy because they saw the Fez, and they it's the Doctor, and the little things like, half an hour ago I was a gray-haired Scotsman sort of thing. But then again, it was a good place for new viewers to check in and get kind of like what the Eccleston series did. If you didn't know much about the Doctor, neither did the companions, and it wasn't until like the 12th season that the Doctor finally, broke down after they said, Doc, we need to know more about you. We're flying through space and time with you as our protection. And she finally says, well, okay, I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey. And this season had some amazing performances, including a brand new master. And he'll never be Missy. Missy was unique, but he's fantastic. He is just like bat crap crazy. He's fun. And Teresa Dunn, David, I apologize for our misunderstandings in the past. I hope you will accept. Teresa Dunn, you're awesome. Thank you, honey. You're the best. And David Atkins says, people ask me often why I am my greatest critic, but I am half Irish and half Scots, and I get an argument with a mirror. Makes for fun conversations in public restrooms. Well, considering all that could be done in public restrooms, I think talking to yourself is pretty minor, all things considered, George Michael. Anyway, Nick Tockard, hashtag YouTube, there it is. This week we plan to discuss sickles in combat and size. Ooh, that's evil. I like that, Nick. I may not be able to catch you on the first run, but we're going to definitely try to catch you on the flip-flop there. Check out the Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. It is awesome. And speaking of Eric Hawkins, morning, peoples. Morning to you, Eric. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope all is going groovy with you. Brian Rodman says, "Is it okay, Christian? I'm using selective hearing once Brian starts creeping into spoiler land. Plus, I'm over a decade late, so I forgive all spoilers." Yeah, we're not holding up the bus just for you, Brian, just because you're late to the party. But you have so many other wonderful surprises waiting for you. And many delights. I predict that now. It's one of those things where I could talk. Like I said, I love talking comics. I love talking Doctor Who. Love talking writing, and publishing. And it really makes me happy to see new people climb on board our interests, our geek interests. And that's very cool, Brian. I'm looking forward to it. BrianRodman.com. Check it out. Memoirs of an Angel. David Atkins says, no problem, Teresa. Everyone has moments they do things they regret later, and forgiveness is good for the soul. And there we go. The Patreon age, says Trevor Hawkins. I wonder, it's probably trademarked. I probably couldn't do that, but may have to work something in, But no, the book is going well. Remind me, Trevor, I need to send you a chapter or two for your amusement and edification. So you'll see what I'm up to. So, go Fefe. And Carleen from YouTube says, Dave, I totes understand. My one half is almost evenly Irish Scots. The other half is Scandinavian, my Viking roots. And then there is that 1% Italian. Oh, dear God, that's what makes her a force of nature. Well, I'm probably a quarter Swedish, which doesn't do me much favors, except I have a fondness for ABBA and Brett Eklund. And I'm part Scots, part Irish, Anglo-Saxon, of course, part Indian, and part German. I tell people, like my European roots, that I'm like Stripes, that my ancestors were thrown out of the best countries in Europe. So that's me. And Cindy Cap says, go check out Patreon to support Brian K. Morris, Nicholas Anthony Tockard, Frozen Creek Studios, S.L. Rowland, The League of Impossibilists, Bobby Nash, and other interesting characters. I suppose as far as Nick, Bobby, and myself and John goes, interesting characters is the kindest thing you can say. Thank you, Cindy Cap. Mwah. And there's the address right there, patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Just $1 will get you a mention in all future Patreon, or it's not Patreon, but Rising Tide Productions, and which just gave me a really terrific idea to amplify on that, so to speak. And also want to thank everyone who's signed up so far. You are greatly appreciated, more than you can know. We'll try to get another blog entry up today to advertise our stuff for the weekend. Also, let's see what else we got to go. Oh, yeah, $5 will get you a sneak peek at special videos coming down the pike. Also, first looks at my flash fiction, first draft flash novel, reviving some public domain characters, but in a way you've not seen them before, in a setting that is truly unique. So please check it out. Check out Patreon. It's a great way to directly support the people that that maybe inspire you as a creator, or as just a reader and listener, an enjoyer of great imaginations. I'm in company with Nick Tockard and John Pica and Bobby Nash there. I really am. And so please check out Patreon. There's some good stuff to be had there. And yes, give me that audiobook. Yes, Brian Rodman. In fact, Cookie is working on that even as we speak. She's been editing this morning. An audiobook. Hey, Christian, want to lend me your voice? Oh, here we go. Match me in heaven. And Brian Rodman, hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag keep Cookie home. Thank you, Brian Rodman. That is the goal of this company, Rising Tide Publications. So every ounce of support you give, we will get Cookie here. And Dan Stockwell and Craig Smith, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. And Chris M. Mackey, also a pleasure to have you here. Hope you guys are having a splendid Friday morning. I'd get a Patreon, says Magi Jake Caretaker, but in all honesty, I don't need money. I honestly do magic to make people be happy through these bad times. And the friends I make at every show, by all means, I love earning money, but I'm in it for the friends and the magic. Magi Jake, that is great. And it desperately require Patreon. But what turned me into someone that wanted to do Patreon was the fact that I've talked to a couple of my other friends who do Patreon, do rather well at it, I should say. But it's a great place for someone like me to interact with the people who genuinely like and love my work. They're more or less my super fans, and I want to make sure that they are rewarded in a way that's tangible. That's why I want to give them sneak looks at some of my stuff, give them a voice in how some of it will be created. And it's kind of hard to think that people will actually give me something every month. And I hope I can make the levels worthwhile for them. Salvador Marlowe, glad to see you here. Hope your morning's going well. I haven't talked to you in ages. Hope your morning is going well. And here we go, back from the dead. Mr. John B. Pica, the League of Impossibles. Check him out on Patreon and everywhere. Go to johnpica.com. Hey, guys, I'm still alive. John, I'm glad you are alive, and I have been well. Poor John came down with the COVID-19. The day after we saw him 2 weeks ago at Non-Con 5. John, I'm so glad you're doing well. John's I saw this morning you posted that your sense of smell and taste has come back, and your appetite apparently. So if there's near John B. Pica, brace yourself. Mr. Pica is on the way. No, actually, he's going to go out to was it Gold Star Chili? That's it. So anyway, I get it. I so totally get it. But seriously, I'm glad you're okay, man. I was concerned, and I will say that prayer does work. All right, we're glad you're with us, John. Oh, by the way, just got notice that Frog Leap Studios, Leo Moraccioli, every week he does a brand new song in heavy metal, like speed metal form, and this week's extravaganza is the DuckTales theme. So, and he's got Patreon too. I need to maybe send him $1 or $2. You can download his songs there. But anyway, John, we're so glad you're well, and Cookie and I are doing well too. All right, we're okay. And David Atkins, Brian is forgetting about that wet opening of coffee in front of you. Oh, God. Here we go. That smell is luring you. Its warmth is enticing you, and it has its mouth open to get that taste you wish down your throat. And in honor of Sarah not being here, and between the sheets. Anyway, Amanda Tockard, there we go. The correct term is pool boy. Thank you, Amanda Tockard. And how would you know about that sort of thing? An innocent waif like you. Amanda Tockard, check her out on Amazon. She, just like her amazing husband, is crazy talented and a wonderful person. I was about to say wonderful lady, but Nick Tockard is many things, but he's by no means a lady. Anyway, Amanda, hope you're doing well, hon. Hope you and Nick and Xander are doing well. I love you guys, and we can't wait for it to get out so we can see you. Christian Basil, $1 million tier. You better drive your happy ass down here and jump on my lap, Santa, and start reading, Fez boy. For $1 million, and if you back me for 1 month and the payment clears, by God, I will do it wearing nothing but. You know what I'm saying? you'd be amazed how far I could be had for $1 million. You don't even want to know what I'd do for a Klondike bar. And Joe D. McPhee, morning, Brian K. Morris. Joe D. McPhee, glad to see you. Had a fun time last night interacting with you and the panel on Stupid O'Clock. Stupid O'Clock happens every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern and every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. And Joe Dog, we're glad you're here, brother. Hope your day is going well. Looking forward to the weekend. And Jeffrey Hayes working on another fiery promo today. Should be done soon, I hope. Ooh, that looks good. And for all things Doctor Who, says Cindy Kep, check out The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Check it out on Facebook. And please like that page because we got to get Christian up to 40,000 people before Thanksgiving. It can be done. It will be done. Our will be done here, and it will be done. Anyway, and also check out Cindy Kep's amazing webpage at ckoepp.com. And you can also free monthly newsletter there. It's a great read. I love it. I look forward to it every month. And as if that wasn't enough, pick up her work on Amazon, many of the books of which are on sale for less than $2. And she also has a brand new work out, Animal Eye, which she is currently working on the graphic novel of. She's doing the scripting for it. Ought to be sensational. I've read it. It is really off to a fantastic start. And also you can pick it up at Amazon, also at bearpublications.com. Check out the work of Cindy Kep because she's awesome. She supports us, and I think we all should support her. David Atkins, what is the worst story of unknown objects found in the refrigerator, and what were you feeling as you struggled with opening the horror? And how hard did the smell hit you, and how long did it take to remove? I have had many a thing. I have this problem with if it gets like on the lower shelves in the back of the fridge, it might as well just kill itself because I will never see it. Probably for at least 2 years. And so I always try to like at least once a week get down and pull stuff from the back because we tend to just like shove it back there and shut up Christian. And make sure it is healthy and edible. So anyway, Michaela Jane says, Carl, the editing is going. I got more done last night. And Joe Dog says, cool. Looking forward to your appearance on Sunday Funnies with Randy Zimmerman. I am looking forward to it too. Randy and I have been trying to get together, and it's been me. It has been me. And yesterday I was real close to appearing on his Thursday morning coffee show, which happens every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. And it's a really fun listen. It really is. And he had Scott Rosima on, who's an old friend of mine, a great illustrator. And he and I vowed we're going to work together one day. But great conversation. And just as, and I thought, I've got a little time. I could probably be on there and make Randy happy. Because Randy and I are around the same age. And while he was working in comics, I was working in the comic shops while selling his stuff. So we've got a lot in common. I really was thinking about popping on for a minute or two. And then just then I had company come over. I'm like, well, Randy, I'm sorry. But I now own a Sugar and Spike 37. So, it's like, priorities, dude. And so he and I were talking last night about that. And he said, well, let's schedule something. I said, you know what? You're right. Okay. If you want me Sunday, I'm there. And so this Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Time, I will be on the Sunday Fundies with Randy Zimmerman and his fellow panelists on Indie Volt Radio. And it is a pleasure to be on Indie Volt Radio. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk fun comics. And that's what our favorite. Also, don't forget Saturday morning, tomorrow, I will be on Kathy Jackson's books and this page, wherever you're watching me now, along with Kathy Jackson's books. And she's having a launch party for a brand new book written on his heart from Seventh Star Press. And thank you, Stephen and Holly, for giving her this opportunity. This is going to be great. But it's going to be a lot of fun. The number of authors are going to be joining in the party. My part, it starts at 8 a.m. in the morning. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and I will be on at 10 a.m. for a half hour with a special Nevermind the Furthermore, talking about Kathy, talking about romance, talk about Funky Town. Anyway, we're going to have fun. And we got somebody really cool here. Paul Roof, glad to see you. The Yankee Southerner reads, good morning, all. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good morning. Brother, I got to catch up to your videos, man. You've been prolific. I'm so glad to see it. And Tucker says Amazon.com / author / Amanda Tuckert. Because if I don't plug my own wife, who will? Then he begs us to not answer that. So, Nick. Well, if anyone, well, we can't plug ourselves. Well, we can plug ourselves. I've been there. I've been to those sites. Nick, it's good that you're promoting your wife. Yeah. And suddenly Christian is listening again. I just know it. I hear his ears perking up, and Mikhail's going, "Hey, wait a minute! I'm not getting any plugging here." But anyway, you're a good man for plugging your wife, and I'm glad to see it. Let's move on with your comments. Man, JJ Caretaker says, "Oh, by the way, April 9th, Celtic Women are going to be performing live in Louisville, Kentucky." Ooh, that I've seen some videos of them. That's going to be a show. That'll be fun. And speaking of a show, we just shot past everyone here. Who's running this show? Sure isn't Brian. Man, I am behind. I apologize, people. You've had some great comments, people. But anyway, let's try to catch up. And good morning from Rick Bradley. Rick, glad to see you, superstar. Hope your morning's going well, buddy. And Brian Rodman says, to help your Friday shenanigans continue like the vicious vibrations in your pocket, head on over to bit.ly / Dingoes and check out the new episode of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast with myself, Brian Rodman, and Jeremy Woodring as we interview indie animator storyteller Ray Kaufman. It's a nerdy good time. That's a fun show. That's a great podcast. It is sensational. You will have a lot of fun. So please check out the Dastardly Dingoes. A lot of fun. And Carl Wisman says, good job, Michaela. And there she is. Sarah here. Anyway, hello there. Mwah! Glad to see you, Sarah. Hope the rays of the morning sun are not peeling your flesh too badly. Hope you're doing well. Love you, hun. And author Michaela Jade. Ew, hashtag, ew, that got my nippies hard. Anyway. That's the theme of the show. Thank you, Meredith Loughran.
Ooh, that's made my nippies hard.
Yep. Anyway, Sarah is here. Yay, says Carl Witzman. And she will probably be appearing in the green room tonight. Carl Witzman's green room, where much hilarity ensues. You will be glad you were there. So be there and you'll be glad. So Rick Bradley says, Marvin is having a rough time. Car not working, having to hike back to town. Giant trees containing tentacled monstrosities chasing him down. It's just another Tuesday for me. But anyway, order the introduction to Rick Bradley's Eden Falls trilogy, Marvin's Night Out, right now on Amazon in paperback and digital formats. Please check out the work of Rick Bradley. This guy's an amazing author. And Sarah shows her black heart to Carl Witzman. Oh, good for you. It's going to be fun tonight. And Brian Rodman said, vicious vibrations. That's when I died, says Christian Pencil. Yeah, vicious vibrations. Beneath the sheets. That's for you, Sarah. And good morning, all. From Ted Davies Artistry, here's Ted to restore order here, to restore dignity to these proceedings, because Brian sure is in short supply of them. And Covfefe to you, brother. TedDaviesArtistry.com. Ted Davies Artistry here on Facebook. Ted Davies Artistry here on YouTube. Check out that YouTube channel. Check out the show he and Carl do for on Cigar Appreciation. A new episode should be dropping soon, and it's going to be fun. Rick Bradley says, come and check out his author page, rbradley42 on Facebook, because he posts some funny things. He wants to see you there because he's also got updates to his upcoming projects. Also, check out authorrickbradley.com for more information. You'll love it. And on COVID, over the last 10 days, says John B. Pica, I've watched more movies than I have in years. I bet you have. I've been seeing all these not book reviews, but these movie reviews from you, and I'm like, man, you better add that to your website too, and your Patreon page. Here's my movie reviews. Here's stuff I didn't think sucked. Here's stuff I did. But anyway, John, I am so relieved that you're okay. I really am. And like I said, Cookie and I are fine. So anyway, Cookie and I were at a show 2 weeks ago with John, and I was in reasonably close proximity to John, but I've been cautious. I have been very cautious, so no worries. And hello, Sarah from Michaela Jade. Hello, Cindy. And hello, Michaela from Sarah. And it's like, Brian, why are you trying to narrate a porn movie when the women talk to each other? Anyway, Ted Davies, new cigar vids on my YouTube channel, Ted and Carl Talk Mail Order Love. Oh, Russia, lock up your barns. Your daughters aren't safe. The mail order the mail order of people are here. Anyway, check out Ted and Carl's excellent cigar adventures. They smoke cigars. Well, Carl can smoke a cigar. Ted isn't allowed to in the house. Because Chris rules him with an iron hand. I got one like that at home. So anyway, check out that show. It's really interesting. Even if you aren't a smoker, it really is good. And there is a link to that YouTube thing. You got to check it out. While you're on YouTube, check out Brian K. Morris, Rising Tide Publications channel. We have recent episodes of Clever Title Pending. The last one with Michaela Jade was totally awesome. And next week's with Demon Phil Locklear, comic creator, broadcaster, cool guy. It's sensational, and we're looking forward to your comments. And if you want to take us along with you, if you have access to iHeartRadio or Google Play or Amazon Music and the like, please check us out. We are our Tuesday night broadcast, Clever Title Pending, is now available on those venues as a vlog, as a podcast. And I was listening to one last night. It works. The show absolutely works as a podcast, the Tuesday night show. I'm so relieved, and I thank everyone who has ever been a guest. And that list is growing so rapidly that we'll probably get around to you. If you're listening to this, we'll get around to asking you on there. And but anyway, it's a good show because we have some great guests, great conversation, great questions from our audience. And also check out recent episodes like Jim Beard and Aaron Casey and Luke Stone and Charles F. Millhouse, Clayton Merwin, Jason Nugent, Jen Thompson, Eric Hawkins, Carl Wisman, Carly Carleen, Christian Basil, Meredith Logren, Kadrosha Onekarol, Kathy and Matthew Jackson, and let's see, Rob Anderson, T.L. Shively, Amy Hale, who is coming back on the 20th of this month, Bobby Nash, who we're going to try to get back again, David Atkins, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., Dan Smith, Dave Woodrum, let's see who else, and Cindy Kemp. Yes, can't forget Cindy Kemp. Rick Bradley's been on, Teresa Dunn, and Bill Raupt, Ken Keller, and Jackie Nelson. So we've had quite the list, and it's going to get better and better as I get over my shyness and I ask more people. But anyway, no, it's a good show, and we're proud of the people who've been on. So please check it out, whether you go online to the audio services or you watch it on our YouTube channel. Please check it out. We've got a full playlist of shows you'll enjoy. John B. Pica, eventually I'll be back to producing content at patreon.com/Impossibilists. I am a patron of John B. Pica. You should be too. $1 gets you, oh my goodness, it gets you a wealth of material. He's been working hard to stock the pond there, so to speak. And I get thrilled to the sight of Cindy's PB. What? Just never you mind, Christian. We're talking about you. It's okay. Cindy Kemp says, I have much fun with vintage TV. Mission Impossible. Yes, I love that show with a passion. Adam 12, Emergency, Incredible Hulk. Yeah, I love that stuff too. I grew up on that and watched way too much of it in my misspent youth. But yeah, I remember Emergency, KMG 365. I will always remember that. Adam 12, that was a great show. Mission Impossible. Yeah, we binge watched the original Mission Impossible a couple of years ago. And one day soon, I'm going to get the 80s DVDs when they revived the show in the mid-60s, or not mid-60s, excuse me, the mid-80s with Jim Phelps again. And the son of Barney Collier, who I met one time, who actually went on to be on Seinfeld, semi-regular on Seinfeld, as well as Smallville. He played the Martian Manhunter, John Jones. Talented guy, really fun guy. So anyway, Cindy Kemp, check out her work on Amazon and bearpublications.com. Michaela Jade, hi, Cookie. She's busy editing my audiobook, so we won't disturb her. John B. Pica, is it me or does Douglas Deck look like John Byrne? Douglas Deck is much more handsome than John Byrne. That's all there is to it. But Douglas Deck has never drawn Superman. And Cindy Kemp says tonight at 7 p.m. Central, tune into the Historical Fencing Guild. Learn all kinds of fun sword stuff. Support your local sword master. We agree with that. And check it out. And Magi Jake has learned his lesson with bows and arrows. He's going to stick to Nerf guns for now. Good man. Good thinking. Got to save your hands, dude. And David Atkins is already playing Christmas music. His wife gets angry, and then she remembers about her toys. And, shut up, Christian. And starts bringing out the handcuffs and whips. Well, now shut up, David. Makes for a good night of exercise. I just bet it does. Well, film or video or it didn't happen. Anyway, just send it to me. And Brian Robin, grab onto something hard. That's when Christian died. Under the sheets. And Rick Bradley says, speaking of Doc Saga, how's that coming along? Well, speaking of Michaela Jade, I love that ad. Wow. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? And that is from Plasma Fire Graphics. PlasmaFireGraphics.com, when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. So promote it properly and give it all the love that Jeffrey Hayes can provide for it. But yeah, no, Doc Saga's coming along. We hit a kerfluffle this week, and we're checking something out as far as an opportunity. So Megan Dwayne Furner. Anyway, Magi Jake Caretaker says, I love the Bachelor's Growth book. I've been reading it all this week. Well, thank you, Magi Jake. And Magi Jake, when you are done with it, please leave me an honest review. It doesn't have to be 5 stars, but please leave me an honest review on Amazon and Goodreads if you can. I appreciate that. And yeah, creepy, says Cindy Kemp. Isn't it though? Man, my spine was doing Immelmans when I was sent that. I'm like, OMG, thank you so much. And I'm drooling at the intro to the trailer to your book. Isn't that fantastic? Plasma Fire Graphics, people. They are our sponsor, and thank them also. Please thank Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics for being the sponsor of our programming all this week. All right, and they are also sponsoring us next week. And also, if you want to be a sponsor, please contact me. Reasonable rates, and we'll treat you with the same love we're treating Jeffrey right now. And we love Jeffrey. He's great. Amanda Tucker, okay, my question for the day, where are all the authors getting the swanky ad design of their book cover on a paperback and Kindle that they compose? Mine comes from a variety of sources, mostly Trevor Hawkins, who is listening right now, and we're probably vibrating in his pocket, but I don't want to hear about it. Also, PlasmaFireGraphics.com, we will be working together on Doc Saga. Trying to think of my other books. 2 of them, I shouldn't say I put them together, Cookie did, and she's sensational at it. She's actually done some work from Prose Press and some other publishers, not just me, because I'm too slow and I can't keep her busy enough. But yeah, she's a superb cover designer. So Amanda, contact me, and I'll please, all authors, please list the people that are serving you well. Matt Ostrom, I know, MATTOSTRUM, I believe, .com. That's who works with Cindy Kemp. But please, authors, give Amanda some people to work with. And you know, the thing is, Amanda, and anybody, if you see a cover that you like, I would say reach out to the author or the publisher. If they don't list the artist inside the book itself, we like to give the artist credit in our books, so they're easy enough to get a hold of. But just contact them directly if you like their work. And I can tell you that Plasma Fire Graphics is very reasonable, and it's not just book covers, obviously, they do. And speaking of reasonable and wonderful book covers, Amy Hill is here. Good morning, everyone. Mwah, Amy Hill. Hope you are doing well. Amy, I've got a question for you later. I need to verify something with you concerning a recent book. Anyway, and she's like, oh, what now? Anyway, Amy, we love you. Check out the work of Amy Hale, author-amy-hale.com, author Amy Hale on Facebook, and also on Facebook, Amy Hale's Angels, and we aren't. Anyway, we aren't angels. We are little imps and demons. Anyway, but fun is to be had there. Please check out the work of Amy Hale. She's amazing. And Snazzy Video-ness, again, you know, that's Plasma Fire Graphics. The work speaks for itself. And Magi J Caretaker says, hi, Amy. I miss hanging out with you and Brian. Well, we got to make it happen again. Well, Amy and I are both committed to non-con next year. We will be there at non-con 6. And Amy, I think we're going back to that Mexican restaurant, too. That was beyond amazing. That was great food there. And Christian Basil says Brian's episode of Nevermind the Furthermore will be an hour of plasma fire commercials of Brian's books. You've been warned. No, you've been given advance notice so you can wash your eyes in the sweet soapy goodness of plasma fire graphics work. So there. Downtown Abbey, Carlene's laughing. It's Downtown Abbey. You sure it's not Downtown Girl by Billy Joel? I can watch that 7 seasons of that. But I don't see, that's it. I just don't even have enough interest to get the name right. Carlene, thank you for correcting me. Carl Witzman, Amazon review will be coming for Skyman when I'm done. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate that. I look forward to that. I'm glad it sounds like you're enjoying it. It makes me happy. That's my real payment there. Christian Basil, I do balloon art as well at certain houses of ill repute. I just don't use balloons. How do you get those things to bend, dude? Do you heat them up over a fire or something? What the hell? I need to see videos on that. Anyway, imagine. Oh, there are videos. What is it? www.pornhub? What? Pornhub? Is that something for cars? Wheels? Anyway, I have a giant balloon, says Magi Jake Caretaker Show, Christian. It'll be 6-foot angel wings. Wow, I do want to see that. That's amazing. And Joe D. McPhee says, Ultraman is a great series that survived the years. Yeah, it's like Ultraman Z is like the 38th Ultraman show, according to Wikipedia. And I'm really enjoying Ultraman Z. It's the main protagonist, the guy who becomes Ultraman, the human. First couple episodes, he was annoying as hell. It was like he was trying hard and not succeeding to be comic relief. But I can tell he's more relaxed in the role now, and he's actually had some really great dramatic moments. Joe, if you haven't watched it already, go to the official Ultraman channel, and I think a new episode drops every Friday night, around 11 our time. And I'm catching. I'm really digging it to the point where when it's done, I may pick up the DVD. I've really been enjoying it. And Joe D. McPhee continues. It makes me think, what if someone got the rights to Spectre Man and bring that back to TV? Yeah. There's a number of shows. If I had the funds, I would love to license. I would really love to do Sliders. I love that series. And I would be doing like a multitude of books. You know, there'd be the original 4 and the final 4 that traveled together. And then I also like the team when it was Mallory and his brother, and of course Rembrandt, the Crying Man. And Sliders, for those of you who don't know, he was created by one of the writers for Star Trek: The Next Generation. And the idea is that there are worlds within worlds, parallel dimensions. And a group of travelers have accidentally gone to parallel dimensions where just one thing has changed. Like, say, you know, the British won the Civil War, or the Revolutionary War, rather. What if the South won the Civil War? What if the nuclear bomb never was, you know, it was all kinds of possibilities with this show. And it is brilliant acting, some great writing. And we binge watched that a few years ago. It lasted for 5 seasons. And it was just such a really great show, wasn't it, honey?
Yes.
Yes. She says so. What are you looking for, sweetie?
Santa's sign.
Round top.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. But anyway, Cookie is hard at work. What are you looking for?
You don't have front matter on it.
Well, that's right. I got to write it.
But I'm ready for it right now.
I don't. Well, folks, I got to go. Cookie's got to put me to work. Biatch. Love you, honey.
Love you.
See what I put up with? Anyway, oh, here it comes. Yeah. Here we go. I have a banner up. So, yeah, there we go. The thumb is back. Anyway, I will do that for you later today.
I won't be here later today.
Well, bitch, you should have been here when I'm ready for you. So, anyway.
No front matter for you.
Oh, yeah. No soup either.
Right.
I'm glad I had it yesterday then. Anyway. This is what's hot in this house all day long. It would drive the rest of you mad. Anyway, and look what it's done to us, right?
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, and she's going down to get herself some coffee and the hell with the host. Anyway, Carl.
Do you need more
It would be nice. I'm not saying you should, honey. I was just teasing. Really? Love you. I've got my cup. Anyway, glad that Brian ran that ad, says Carl Witzman. It was time for a quick break. Yeah, when I need a long break, that's when I run the thing for comicspriceguide.com. So anyway, Michaela Jane says, new marketing idea, send a pair of panties with every book. Well, Christian will be buying a book a day, probably. Send them to me first, Michaela, so I can edit them. You're editing her panties? What the hell? And she mocks Carl with her laughter. Michaela's got a great new cookie. Michaela has a great new marketing technique that I'm going to need your help with.
No. Let me rephrase that. Hell no.
They certainly don't want mine. PG-13, honey. PG-13. We live in the naughty stuff for Christian.
I do.
Oh, okay, cool. Good night, everyone. Anyway, folks that know us know it's like this crap all the time in this house. Anyway, Brian Robbins says, so I looked up a viewing order for the Hoovers, and it has Torchwood interwoven in there. Would you recommend I include it or just stick with Doctor Who and go back to Torchwood? Okay, that's an excellent question, Brian. Here is my opinion. You will find that each, or at least the first few seasons of all the Doctor Who's, have a theme. For instance, you may not have noticed yet, but you're in the Eccleston era. That's Bad Wolf. And Bad Wolf will play a part even up to the 50th anniversary episode. It will be referenced even, through the David Tennant, the start of the David Tennant era, and then again for the Day of the Doctor. I recommend don't get into it yet, because Torchwood, as you know it, will not play a part in Doctor Who yet. And for those of you who don't know, Torchwood started out, you see, when they recorded the Doctor Who program is recorded up in Wales, in the studios in Wales, but the tapes are sent down to London for dissemination, or spread out broadcast, and to prevent people from stealing the videos and posting them online, which actually did happen with Rose, but to prevent this, Russell T Davies has a fondness for mixing letters up and creating new words. And if you look at the word Torchwood, the letters are the same as Doctor Who. So he was sending the tapes up to London with this, and then he got this idea for a spin-off series. You have not been introduced to Torchwood yet. Torchwood will become the theme for the first David Tennant season, the second season of the new broadcast. So I would say wait until then to see that, because part of Torchwood springs, and then part of Torchwood will be brought in because of the Regeneration episode with David Tennant. Russell T Davies really wove the two shows together. It's really good. You'll also see one called the Sarah Jane Adventures. Again, I would recommend holding off on that until after the second season, when it's introduced in Doctor Who. But Torchwood, for those of you who don't know, is it lasted 4 seasons. The first 2 were regular shows, and I believe Chris Chibnall was the script editor on both of those. Then it came back as a pair of mini-series. Children of Earth and Miracle Day was the 4th one. And Torchwood is a secret organization, a British organization, arranged by Queen Elizabeth I.
Victoria.
Oh, Victoria, excuse me. Thank you, Cookie. Victoria, who eventually marries the Doctor.
No, that's Elizabeth.
Oh, that was it. No, Victoria.
Victoria?
Yeah.
Remember, she showed up
Okay.
in the episode, and they solved that question with her family.
Right.
But Elizabeth is who he married, and he pissed off.
Okay. Later on in the
later
Shakespeare
on.
episode.
I think before that, because he
left her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it gets convoluted, Brian. But as Stephen Moffat has ruined the phrase for us, I'll explain later. Yes, Brian, if you want a palate cleanser, look up The Curse of Fatal Death. It is written by Stephen Moffat. In my opinion, one of the top 3 writers for Doctor Who, or up the top 5 writers for Doctor Who ever. The one who has written the most episodes of Doctor Who and was script editor for the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi eras. An incredible writer, but he used to do sitcoms, and it's one with Rowan Atkinson as the Doctor. The girl who played the daughter on Absolutely Fabulous, and and oh god, I can see him. He played the governor in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and was the villain in The World Is Not Enough, James Bond movie. But it's funny as hell, and it's the Doctor with his ultimate battle with the Master and the Daleks. It is hilarious. It was done for Red Nose Day in Britain. But anyway, you've got a wealth of material to watch, Brian. It is great stuff. And Cindy Cap continues, says Christopher Eccleston is my favorite of the Doctors. Seriously underrated. He played a very relatable Doctor. Yeah, and there's so many. When you go back and look at his performances, there are so many layers to it, and just. There's that scene when he's talking with the Slitheen in like the penultimate episode, and it's an example of 2 incredible actors playing off of each other, and the chemistry is amazing. As you know, she is saying, "My race can decimate the earth, and you can't stop us," and he's like, "Well, you could, but I've already stopped it because I can do this and this, and I've already done this." And it's a wonder, and it's a tableside conversation that's just really great. David Atkins says, new story in the works. Stacy Journey is known as great investigator, but when she gets in trouble, her alter ego comes to hit with just as hard. With that, her other four fight for her sexy partner. All right, this sounds good, David Atkins. Keep up the good work. Keep it up. Shut up, Christian. And Dan Stockwell, how you doing, guy? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Hi to you. Glad to see you, man. Hope your morning's going well. John B. Pike, I got to run, gang. I've got to drag myself out of bed into the shower. Yes, please. Don't make us drag you there for you. Anyway, have a great weekend, John. Glad to see you and glad you're on the mend, sir. Carl Westman, I'd just stick with Who for now. Yeah. I say don't even worry about it till after you get past the first David Tennant series. Then let's talk. Jeffrey Hayes, agreed. This last season is much better, and I did love Sacha Dhawan as the Master. Oh my God, was he amazing. And I love this iteration of the Master. Again, can't top Missy. She was amazing. I stay hopeful and optimistic as I love Doctor Who. I do too. I mean, the first Chibnall season, the first Jodie Whittaker season, actually wasn't bad. And I think Rosa was one of the best episodes I've seen in years. It was a historical episode, minimal science fiction, but it all revolved around Rosa Parks and her refusal to give up her bus seat, and how the Doctor Who family played a part in that. One of the most powerful episodes I've seen in years. Amazing. Worthy of Covfefe. And Trevor Hawkins says, so, bad joke alert. Did the Grim Reaper come for Andy Warhol with a pop sickle? Oh my goodness, that reminds me. Tune in to the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Check out when Nick Tucker talks about scythes and other amazing bladed weapons in combat. David Atkins says, all in her head will be started in writing when I finish these 2 projects I'm currently finishing up. I really hate wanting to create all these stories, but favor this one just for the fun of it. Nothing wrong with writing for fun. That's why I'm loving my first draft flash fiction novel. And Magi J Caretaker, now here's a hard question. Which Disney movie do you like more, Frozen 2 or Mona? I disqualify myself because I've not seen either one. I'm way behind. David Atkins, why is there only 24 hours in a day? Because that's the way God works. I have 200 stories I am trying to finish, and I have so little time to do everything. Film, art, books, scripts, and coaching now. Bleh. Hashtag no time, which was a great song by the Guess Who back in 1969 from their American Woman album. Anyway, author Michaela Jade asked Christian Basil, put your cell phone in your pocket and grab tightly. You're the one who's going to be grabbing tightly. Christian, you're not fooling me. And Joe McHale, good to hear, John. Seriously, it is. John Pica, we're glad you're back on the mend, because too many people have passed this mortal coil from the dreaded COVID-19, and we're glad you aren't one of them. Seriously. Michaela J. David, I think every creative has tons of irons in the fire. I certainly do, and I agree there are not enough hours in the day. You are not alone. Hey, there's at least 3 of us here. I totally agree with you, Michaela. And super fans, potential starring characters in freelance words. Yes, I'm still plotting that. Oh, cool. Cool. Give those words a home. Seriously, CindyCap.com. Please sign up for a free monthly newsletter. I am here, says Joe McKeel. Was up a little late celebrating something. Ooh. Yeah, was it your special announcement last night on Stupid O'Clock? Check out the Stupid O'Clock YouTube page as well as their Stupid O'Clock Facebook page too. Was it that special announcement? I went to bed, or actually Cookie came home just before that was announced. I gotta check that out. And also HoloCon is coming. HoloCon is coming. More on that soon. And Amanda Tucker, the correct them is Cabana Boy. Christian Basil knows, and it's on his resume, so he should know. Anyway, David Atkins, here come the tags. Oh dear God. Hashtag keep Cookie home. I like that. Hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag the hanging tassel. Hashtag stop the hate. Love that. Hashtag spread smiles. Hashtag winks lead kinks. Hashtag for the floors. Hashtag legs for the win. Hashtags curves that wiggle. Hashtags DND and double D's. Anyway, roll your dice, David. You're going for a critical success. And speaking of critical success, there's Molly Daniels. Glad to see you. What the hell have I missed sleeping so late? Good morning, everyone. Molly, glad to have you here. Hope you are doing well. And morning, Molly, says Michaela Jade. And Joe McKeel says, Joe D. McPhee ain't me. Why not? He ought to be you. You ought to be him. We all ought to be each other. I am he and she is she, and we are all together. Goo 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 joop. Anyway, sorry, Joe. Anyway, Molly Daniels had to be an adult and pay bills as soon as I drank my first cup of coffee. Still have funds left, so yay, you're on it. And Joe D. McPhee, last time I checked, I wasn't. Well, why aren't you? You two you got to minimize my confusion and be the same person, okay? Anyway, David Atkins, I didn't get much sleep either, for that matter. David Atkins, gotta go. Everyone make this day amazing by making one person smile. Got art, writing, and more to do, and I hope you are all productive as me. Make your dreams real. Nothing can stop you but you. Good advice, David Atkins. David, have a great weekend. Glad to see you here. And David, it is too early for Christmas music. It is never too early for Christmas music, Molly. Enough of that out of you. And I think he confused our greatness. Must be. I mean, the two of you together, I mean, they couldn't beat up one of you if you had the other one helping. Seriously. Magi Jake Caretaker says, oh, by the way, you should tell Cookie that I have hoodies now. You should totally put your logo on hoodies. I'd buy one. Working on merch. In fact, we have a merchandise line. Amy Hale, we have started working on that specific merchandise line that you and I were discussing. And there we go. And I'd agree, says Jody McPhee. I agree. The greatness aura is too similar. Anyway, Paul Ruff says, hope everyone is doing well. Well, I hope you are doing well too, Carl. I'm sorry to say Carl. He's coming up here. Paul Ruff, I hope you're doing well. Check out the work of Paul Ruff. And check out that book there he's got on that Avatar, Tales of the Weird and Strange from Charles F. Millhouse's Stormgate Press. And special note here, I will be at Kokomo Con 1 week from tomorrow. That's at the Kokomo Convention Center at 1500 North Reed Road. That's what we're counting down for. In Kokomo, Indiana, what they, you hear the Beach Boys singing that song. Well, it's about that Kokomo. Okay, honest. But anyway, please join us. I will be there with Charles F. Millhouse, and I believe Molly Daniels will be there. And I know at least one other person's trying to get there. So it's going to be a fun weekend. Luke Stone of Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, will be making his first Midwest appearance post Hybrid success. So please check out his work, and hopefully we're going to talk about getting a signing going when he gets here. He and I talked about that in the past. Anyway, David Atkins says, Molly, it is never too early or late for Christmas. I hate green, but in Alaska, it is mostly always snowing. And it never rains in Southern California either. But anyway, Teresa says later, David. Molly Daniels says, oh, well, in that case, you get a pass, LMAO. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. That's something else. My sister lives in Whitehorse, YK. Whitehorse 2000? Okay. Anyway, Nick Tucker says, as Halloween approaches, be careful. The woods of Northwest Indiana has things that just might eat your face. And wear it. Might just have to write what I know for your safety. Oh, keep me posted on that, Nick. And Christian Basil, hello, Sarah. Sarah, arise with us under the sheets. Definitely. And Cindy Kep says, don't forget to tip your host. Hashtag bring cookie home. Mwah! Thank you, Cindy Kep. I love you. You're great. And Michaela Jade says, I have been getting so many compliments on clever title pending. Well, you deserve them. You were fantastic. That's why. I even got another invite to another show because of it. Thanks again for having me. Well, thank you, Michaela, for being on there. You know, I get a lot of thanks from people for asking them on, and I haven't had a single person yet say, Brian, don't ever ask me to do this again. We have fun, and we have fun after the show too, because we, as the broadcasters here know, especially the StreamYard ones, we hang out for a little while afterwards. Joe, whichever Joe it is, can vouch for that. Also, all of us here, the after show. Amy Hale knows this. It's the after show that's a lot of fun, and it's almost like you work, then you get a break, the best break of the night, and you talk with your friends for a few minutes and catch up and everything. It's a fun time. But yeah, we have more great guests coming up on Clever Title Pending. For the immediate future, we've got. I lost my place here. Here we go. Demon Phil Locklear is coming up. This coming Tuesday, the 13th, of course. Then after that, on the 20th, is Amy Hale makes her triumphant return to the show. And Brian Wentzloff will be on Tuesday, the 27th. He is a broadcaster of great renown. And he's going to be a lot of fun, and you can all wish him a happy birthday. And we're going to have something special when he shows up. We're going to post it probably that morning. And then on the Friday, October 30th, we're going to have a special episode of Clever Title Pending with Master Ron Fitzgerald, Chicago-based illusionist, the master of dark sticky magic, and the former mayor of hell will be joining us for Devil's Night. And we're going to have a couple hours with him. It's going to be a lot of fun. It may be the first show that we have as not safe for work. Because Master Ron and I get together, and it gets wacky, it gets nasty. Christian, we may have to have you on as a special co-host. That's how it works. And then that's a lead into Saturday, Halloween night, when Master Ron Fitzgerald will have his own show. 2 hours of fun from the Chicago area with illusions and entertainment and interviews and general fun to be had. And word has it, I may be on the show, so please check it out. Also, don't forget, tomorrow morning we'll be joining Kathy Jackson's release party for Written on His Heart, her brand new book from Seventh Star Press. It's going to start at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Central. I will be on at the 10 o'clock shift. That's Eastern time also, and we'll give you 30 minutes of a special Nevermind the Furthermore. Then 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, I'll be joining Sunday Fundies with on Indie Volt Radio with the wonderful Randy Zimmerman. We're going to talk old comics, vintage comics, and just fun comics from right now. And then Monday, that leads into a new Nevermind the Furthermore. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. And Clever Title Pending is highly amusing from either side of the mic, says Cindy Kep. And Cindy Kep is turning into our primary interrogator here. That's going to be her title, Chief Inquisitor. She comes up with amazing questions, keeps the show moving. She is practically my co-host on those things, and I'm grateful for her in many ways. And it's a fun show. Michaela was fantastic, and everybody that's been on the show. Check out recent episodes. Go to YouTube. We have a playlist already in order for you. So check it out. It's a fun show. I have fun doing it, and hope you keep enjoying it too. Carl Westman says, Michaela Jade is on the virtual book tour. Yay! And I agree. Michaela Jade says, Carl, OMG, I hadn't thought of it that way, but wow, I guess so. Yeah, you are, girl. Glad to play our part. Hope it's helping you. And let's see. Next is Brian Rodman. If you enjoy horror and fantasy comics, head on over to brianrodman.com/comics and check out Memoirs of an Angel. It's about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who get caught up in a cosmic war that's been raging for centuries between the gods. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. Join the adventure today. That's brianrodman.com. I've read the first couple. I want the rest. It is awesome. And good for you, Michaela, says Molly Daniels. Molly, we got to get you on that show too. And Michaela thanks Molly. And Molly says, I've been watching Laverne and Shirley and Love Boat on Me TV every Sunday. Yeah, I got to get the TV I have downstairs. I sometimes work downstairs, just for variety's sake. And we've got a pre-digital TV down there. I think it was just before all TV signals went from analog to digital. I need to get an adapter for that, and so I can watch TV downstairs. I mean, not that I need any distractions, mind you. But yeah, Me TV has a lot of good stuff. People say, "Oh, I watched Batman last night. I watched Star Trek." I was like, "Dang it!" Although I have the DVDs, I can watch anytime. And Adrian Johnson says, "Good morning, Brian and friends. You are my friend, Adrian. Good morning to you. Hope your morning's going well and your weekend's looking good too." Paul Ruff says, "Starting this Saturday on my YouTube channel, I will be doing live write-ins at 8 p.m. Eastern if anyone is interested." Oh, cool! I've been thinking about doing that myself on my YouTube channel. We'll probably do it for NaNoWriMo. Don't forget, folks, right now it's not only Inktober, where artists are showing off their work, their ink, pen and ink work, but also Eric Hawkins, are you participating in it this year? I know you have in years past. I haven't checked on you. I need to check on you more often. I don't know what you're up to, but probably near it as Eric. But no, I was thinking of doing some writing marathons. Was it Komodo method? 15 minutes of nothing but writing, and then we take a break, and then we do it all over again. So I'm thinking of doing that too on my channel. Paul posts that on my profile page and on Rising Tide if you want. One, to get more people to look at your channel, hopefully. But that might be something fun. We'll see what's going on here. Anyway, Carleen says Ted Davies of Ted Davies Artistry is doing the cover for my next book. It's awesome, just in the sketch. Well, Ted Davies is an awesome artist and an awesome human being. He really is. Cindy Kemp says book covers Matt Ostrom, mattostrom.com. I got it right. Yay. And cover artist J.M. Walker or Chris Norris. Yeah, we earlier it was asked, who does your book covers? And let's get some more. All hail the one called Hail. Amy, we love you. And Cindy kept Swag Graphics, Matt Ostrom, and Bill Sarnett, Sarnart76. Book trailers from Frozen Creek Studios. And that's who did Cindy's. And let's, since we're getting caught up here, let's run Cindy's spot right now.
Author Cindy Kemp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kemp at CKOEPP.com today.
CKOEPP.com. I told you so. Anyway, check out the work of Cindy Kemp. And sorry, my Patreon blurb there covered you up there for a moment, hun. But anyway, please check that out. She does great work. She really does. And we've got some more comments. We are almost on are we close to catching up? Probably not. Let's see. Oh man. Oh, I just got a whole bunch of comments dumped in on me. Holy cow. Where are we at? Oh, let's see. And I lost my place here. Bear with me a moment, folks, as we try to catch up. Not there. And okay, here we go. We're almost there. There we go. Jeffrey Hayes has a comment here. Thank you for waiting, folks. Amanda, if you're looking for book mock-ups for your published works, I'm happy to help. Or check on this link at DIYbookcovers.com, 3D mock-ups. It's not like I'm looking for covers right now, but that just sounds interesting. I want to write that down. DIY book covers.com. It's that 3D mock-ups that intrigues me. So anyway, oh, cool. All right. Oh, okay. I got some stuff. Oh, Well, thank you, Brian Rodman. I just got your PM, sir. I'll check that out after the show. I promise. And oh, and I just hit Nicholas's PM here too. Nick, you're on, brother. I will probably contact you later today, man. Anyway, Amy Hale says same. I hope we'll all get to see each other again soon. I do too, and I got to verify something in Southern Illinois this week, Amy, and we might get a chance. Brian Rodman says Christian Basil's balloon animals hashtag dino porn. No, well, yeah, Christian Basil's would be. Yeah, it'd be dino porn. The Tyrannosaurus Rex may have short arms, but he doesn't have. Anyway, Christian, let's talk to you. And I died again and again, regenerating to Tom Baker now. Oh, yeah, with my luck, I would degenerate into Peter Cushing. But anyway, Carly Carleen, see what Cookie puts up with? I know, right? Carl Witzman says the thumb. We're going to see the finger soon. Thinks. That's for after the show. Anyway, hashtag love Cookie. I love Cookie. We all love Cookie. Everyone likes her, and even people that haven't met her yet love her more than me, and I get it. Molly Daniels, Chris Norris does a good job. Mine is Dawn Dominique. She gets me. And we get you too, Molly. You're awesome. I'm looking forward to reading the book I got from you recently. So that's going to be fun. I am so far behind my real reading. Anyway, Michaela J says, Molly, that's awesome. I love it when someone really understands you and what you want. And that's the thing. Plasma Fire Graphics gets me so far. We've talked about the Doc Saga cover, and he's like, yeah, I get it. I understand. He recites it back. I'm like, oh my God, you get it better than I do. And that's why he is Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics have sponsored our programming this week, because Plasma Fire Graphics, check them out when the look of your book matters to you. Anyway, have Matt and all these people sponsor my show, and I'll talk nice about them too. Molly Daniels, I sent her a blurb for my 25th book since I'd lost her cover request sheet, and she sent me exactly what I wanted. She's awesome. For the 28th one, I picked one of her pre-mades, and I agree with Michaela. Wow. And haven't seen either one yet, Jake, says Molly Daniels. And Molly Daniels, I have found my happy place to write is strangely every Thursday night during karaoke. I sit at the bar or a quiet corner and write. Last night I got 4 pages written in 2 hours. That's great. That is super, Molly. I love hearing that. And that's what I'm using NaNoWriMo for. I'm going to get ahead on my first draft flash fiction novel that month. And maybe if I get far enough along, we'll start posting 2 chapters a month on Patreon. Because I'm excited by the way it's working out. Match IJ Caretaker says, here's a good joke. How do you get a one-armed girl out of a tree? Wave at her. Oh. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's awful. That's awesome. I love it. Michaela Jade Molly, it's a great idea. I hadn't thought of that. I might have to try finding a place like that to write. I used to go to the public library because it was really, really quiet. You don't hear like right now I'm hearing a lawnmower outside. You don't hear lawnmowers there or trucks driving by. It's quite good. And Cindy's questions are awesome, says Michaela Jade. Yes, seriously, our chief inquisitor she is fantastic, and she's a great crochet artist, too. And nobody expects the Cindy Kep, says Carl Witzman. That's true. She brings the comfy pillow. And Christian Basil says, I would have no problem if Cindy Kep interrogated me. Nobody suspects the Kep Inquisition. And Carl Witzman says, I just said something similar on YouTube. GMTA. Yeah. And Trevor Hawkins says, my Inktober Funky Philosophy Fridays on Instagram. Follow Trevor Hawkins. He's got great stuff going on. I love seeing it. And he's going to be doing he's already got something in for Doc Saga. And woohoo! Thanks, says Cindy Keppel. Thank you, sweetie. And Brian Rodman, once the show's over, you have something special in your Facebook messages, my friend. I saw that. I can't wait to get there. I accidentally clicked on them when I hit the wrong button on here. So anyway, Molly Daniels says, with my hours cut at the day job, I'm sorry. I just don't have time to write there anymore, though things are beginning to slow down, so there's hope. I still take my notebook with me. Good for you. That's the way to work it. And we're almost caught up here. Don't worry. It's not hashtag dino porn. I'll open it anyway. Hashtag 50 Shades of Christian. Oh, dear God. Anyway, Magi J Caretaker says, have a blessed day, my friend. Got to get ready for a magician meeting. I get to spend $200 on Magic. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your shopping spree, Magi Jake. Thank you for being here, brother. Have a great weekend. And here we go. Yes, I am doing NaNoWriMo next month. Yep, good for you. We might have to dedicate an episode of Clever Tile Pending, or maybe one of these to the event. National Novel Writing Month. For those who don't know, excuse me, NaNoWriMo is, the goal of it is to write 50,000 words between November 1st and November 30th, the end of the month. It is doable. I actually wrote 67,000 last year for my next novel, Aquatic, which I am going to get back to soon. But it's a great way to have support while you are trying to get your first draft written. And it's like, you don't edit, you don't overthink it, you just start writing. But October is for when you do your research and your character sheets and all the stuff you need to get ready to do that novel. That's why this is Preptober. So once you're done with Preptober, what I recommend you do is sign up for nanowrimo.org. You can earn badges, you can display your progress, and if you succeed in writing those 50,000 words, you get stuff. How would you like? Last year, one of the things I got was, you get discounts on the writing programs for your computer, and last year you got a free upload coupon from a code from Ingram Spark, which is worth the price right there. Anyway, let's get back to your comments real fast. We're almost caught up. And Molly Daniels, looking forward to seeing you next weekend in Kokomo. Confirmed. Yes, Molly Daniels, that's going to be a good time. Well, the bunch of us got to go someplace and tie on the feed bag, I swear. So much fun hanging out with writers and artists. I love it. Anyway, please check out Kokomo Con 1 week from tomorrow, Saturday, October 17th. At the Kokomo Convention Center, 1500 North Reed Road. Masks are required, and there will be sanitation stations, and we will have a lot of hand sanitizer on hand. We've been using it, and we will have all of our publications with us, including Who's Who in New Pulp. I am listed in there, and one of our co-stars, Charles F. Milhouse, will be there as well. He's in the same building. He will be joining us, and Luke Stone, Molly Daniels, and we're hoping one other person who's on this feed right now will be there too. That will be amazing. It will be a lot of fun next weekend. Plus, check out Comics Cubed in Kokomo if you need tickets for that. Please contact Sean D. Hilton, SHAWN D as in delicious. Hilton, like the hotel chain. Check them out. I think it's like $15 to get in, or buy a mask with the Kokomo Con logo, and you get in for free. So, and they come in many adorable colors, including purple, which I hope they have one. I want to get it for my honey. So anyway, please check it out, and check out Kokomo Con. There's a couple of actors from the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series will be there. I will be there and we're going to have book specials. We're going to have sales on our books. Buy two, get $5 off. Buy more, and my math skills deteriorate proportionately. Anyway, please come to Kokomo Con. We'd love to see you there. Carl Witzman, go get your cold soup, Brian. Have a great day, everyone. Carl Witzman, thank you for being here, brother. We will see you in about 8 hours in the green room. Check out Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. And if you need admission to that, if you are unoffendable, contact Carl Witzman, Donna Carlene on Facebook, or myself. We'll let you in, but you must have a good sense of humor, and you must not be offendable. And you got to come up with original stuff. Brian Rodman, once again, thank you for an amazing morning, my friend. Thank you for being a part of it, Brian. You're awesome, dude. I love having you here. I have an absolute blast with you wonderful folks, and vice versa. Have a spooktacular weekend, everyone. Brian Rodman, you do too, man. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll talk to you later. I'll check out your message later, I promise. Michaela Jade says, I should do NaNoWriMo this year and get 3 books. Book 3, Warriors Worth Written. Result. #result. Michaela, let's do this. And I think we can be keep each other motivated on this. I will post progress every day. We did it last year and came up with the first draft for Aquatic. I've yet to polish the book, but I was very pleased with just getting it done. And we, like I said, we wrote 67,000 words with a few days to spare because I'm a fast typist. And we're pleased with it. We will put it out soon. And but every day we posted our progress, and some days were better than others. It's a good way to keep you honest, but also just the fact that you share it inspires other people. So rising tide, please consider it. Cindy Caps, looks like I might be writing more animalized scripts for NaNoWriMo. Excellent. Use that time for comic scripting too. I think Andy Cordy wrote a comic script. Andy Shaggy Cordy wrote a comic script last year for NaNoWriMo. Carl Witzman wrote the Mad Gasser cheerleader of Calhoun County, his latest release during that time too. So a lot of stuff came out of last year. It's all good. Molly Daniels, actually, I'll see you tomorrow on Kathy Jackson's book release party. Woo! What time will you be on? I'm on at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Central for a half hour. So check us both out. That'll be great. Molly has about 3 books that need written, Michaela. I wonder which one will grab the brain next month. All right. Or other parts. Anyway, Michaela Jade says, Molly, wow, I aspire to have as many books as you have written. I have the ideas and plans, but have not written down yet. Yeah, me too. I've got a series book. I've got like 24 story ideas for, and I started writing it, but then I wrote myself into a corner and need to get back out of it. And that's when we're gonna, maybe that's one I'll do sometime next year after I finish the current flash fiction novel. Maybe I'll take that up next and get that done. But I'm really pleased with it. So but I want to get back to it. It's only been 8 years. Anyway, Molly Daniel says, that's my problem. I either need to give up sleeping or watching TV. There's not enough hours in the day. I gave up TV. So anyway, I got to run, says Joe D. McPhee. Just finished the letter to my mailing list. We'll catch you on Sunday's Indie Vote live stream. And I actually resisted promoting this time. Oh, Joe, never do that. That's what this show is for, brother. Please promote yourself. It makes me happy to see it. Until next time, comic pages are calling me now. Later, Joe D. McPhee. Sorry for the misidentification. But anyway, please have a great weekend. See you Sunday, hopefully. And Molly's on at 1:30. Well, I will try to be on then, too, to harass you. If I'm in town, I may have a friend that we have to visit. But anyway, Molly, we will see you on there, and I'll catch you on the flip flop if nothing else. And Jeffrey Hayes, Plasma Fire Graphics, says, have a great weekend, all. Cheers. And thank you, Jeffrey, for being here. And thank you for this weekend, for everything you do. And we will run one of Jeffrey's videos for us. We premiered it this morning. Wait till you see it. Actually, it premiered last night on Stupid O'Clock, which was really a thrill. So anyway, check this out, and please consider picking it. Actually, let me get rid of this for the moment, and now let me go over here, and here we go. Enjoy the work of Plasma Fire Graphics.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
I love it. That's great work. PlasmaFireGraphics.com, when the look of your book matters to you. Thank you for being our sponsor all this week. And sponsorships of our programs are now available. Contact me for details. Anyway, also, I think we're going to start signing off the show here because Cookie's got to get lunch. So anyway, Molly Daniels says, did you see my feedback on your newsletter, Brian? Oh, I saw I got some comments. I haven't replied to them yet, Molly. I'll try to get around to it. Hope you liked it. Hope everyone likes my free newsletter. Go to risingtide.pub, or if you're on Facebook, send me a PM with your email address, and I will sign you up personally. And Michaela Jade, see you all later. Mwah! Michaela, love you, hun. Have a great weekend. Keep me posted on Kokomo Con next week. And please don't forget, check out last Tuesday's episode of Clever Tile Pending with the charming and hilarious Michaela Jade. And if you need a dose of inspiration, and to see her emancipation from traditional publishing, please check out Clever Tile Pending from last Tuesday night. You will love it. It was a great episode. Until next time, folks, Carleen, thank you for being here, darling. Mwah. I will see you in a little less than 8 hours in the green room. Hope you have a fantastic day. And I want to thank every one of you for an extra long episode. Shut up, Christian. Episode of Clever Tile Pending. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate your presence and your contributions. And next week we will get back to promotion. Let's start promoting ourselves a little bit more here, okay? So anyway, can we get a name in? Oh yes, says David Tennant, and thus you must obey. Anyway, folks, let's go through the litany of stuff we've got. Don't forget, folks, we've got a website, risingtide.pub. You can sign up for my free monthly newsletter there. Every month we give you we fill your inbox with motivation, education, inspiration, secret links. Sometimes we have sales. Sometimes we will always let you know what we're up to, and all kinds of really cool stuff going on. So please sign up for our newsletter. We'd love to have you be a part of it. You're sure to be delighted by our newsletter. And we do not give out your name or sell or trade or barter it. Once you give it to us, it's ours forever. Anyway, please check it out. And let's see, also, don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday morning, I will be part of Kathy Jackson's release party for her brand new book, Written on His Heart, from Seventh Star Press. And it starts at 9 a.m. The party starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Central, and I'm taking the 10 a.m. to 10:30 shift with a special episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Well, we'll be talking about Kathy. We'll be talking about me, of course, because my rampaging ego demands no less. But we're going to do what we can to bring some attention to that great book. I'm looking forward to getting it from her. And then at 9 a.m. on Sunday, that's Eastern time, I will be joining Randy Zimmerman on the Sunday Funnies on Indie Volt Radio. Really looking forward to seeing Randy and talking comics with him. We hope you'll join us. It's going to be a good time. And then we'll be back on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central for another episode of why do I keep saying Clever Tile Pending on Monday? No, Nevermind the Furthermore on Monday. And then Tuesday night at 8 p.m., we will have Demon Phil Locklear, broadcaster, comic book creator, all-around incredible human being. Please bring your questions to Clever Tile Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time on this channel here. And speaking of which, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel and ring that bell so you're notified of any new videos that we're doing, because we're going to do more than just our broadcasts on here. We're going to be contributing some special videos soon. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, please like the page you're on, whether it is the Rising Tide Publications page, which we hope you'll give it a like and join up with fresh content daily. Also, the Indie Vent page on Facebook, please give that a like and tell Meredith Lawcourt we sent you. And in closing, I guess this is time where I let me kill this one banner here direct while you're on the air, huh, Brian? Anyway, folks, thank you for joining us here this morning on I got Clever Tile Pending on my mind. But anyway, this is Nevermind the Furthermore with me, Brian K. Morris. Welcome to the show. We're starting up again. Oh, please, God, say no. Anyway, folks, we hope you enjoyed the show today. We hope you tell your friends about us. Please share this show. And come back Monday, and we'll start the work week all over again and have a party and all. We're glad you're here. We appreciate your support so very greatly. And we're going to close out with some spots, and hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Hope your Friday goes well. Hope your weekend goes even better, and hope we get to see you a couple times this weekend while we're on the air. So in closing, this is Brian K. Morris for Rising Tide Publications saying, as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, Wash your damn hands if you have to. Wash the hands of a friend. And never apologize for being awesome. Thank you for being here on Nevermind the Furthermore, and we'll see you tomorrow and or Monday.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising@geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So let's go.
Ooh. Oh. My nippies got hurt.
Author Cindy Kepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kepp at CKOEPP.com today.